Thanks to the support as a channel member, All Stars United SC. Oh, we have got two absolutely enormous games today. Fourth place Gateshead, pretty much already champions Wrexham. And we've hit rubbish form and might be bottling promotion. Fingers crossed. We're getting promoted or not today. We're finishing the season now. I've decided. Hello and welcome to Club 2, Part 5 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we've at least got Gateshead and Wrexham. There might be more matches. It's going to be a long one. Strap yourselves in. We're getting promoted or not today. Since you were last with me, we've only played one game. We got absolutely smashed by Bradford, 5-2. That is a Bradford team who are down in 15th place. I have no idea what went wrong that day, but we are still 6 points clear of Gateshead. We're 4 points behind Tamworth, but we do have a game in hand on them. I no longer care about finishing above Tamworth. I just want to make sure we get promoted one way or another. This is the team we are putting out there for the game against Gateshead. It's Whiteman in goal, a back four of Hamer, Burke, Tompkinson and Long. Oshalaya at the base of the midfield. Powell and Harper ahead of him. Azaz behind a finally fit-ish. He can do 45 minutes. Stewart and Lowe alongside him. We've just turned down a £2 million offer for Tompkinson from Montreal because he's one of the few players who was here previously and didn't actually want to leave. So we're trying to keep hold of him, but I worry his head might have been turned, but it shows how good some of these players that we've got here are. We just need them to turn it on and drag us over the finish line. We particularly need Ross Stewart to stay fit. We need him to grab a couple of goals in this first half, stay fit. He is so important. When he plays, he scores, and when he scores, we win. Any other time, if he's not in the team, we really struggle. Our priority for this summer has got to be at least one more striker who can deliver what he's capable of delivering for us. But for now, we just need to keep him fit for the run-in, which is why I'm rushing him back and making him play when he can only do 45 minutes. Long back in the team at right back, our captain, big deep cross from him, finds Lowe, who hits the crossbar, all 6'5" of him. And now Hamer wins the header, but it goes out for a goal kick. And that was a little bit of a disappointing outcome to what looked like a semi-promising highlight initially. Azaz with the aimless header forward, and now Stewart trying to close down the keeper. He's got no oomph in him. He's a broken man, but as you can see, he is still head and shoulders above everybody else on this pitch today. Hamer playing it into Azaz. Stewart's unmarked in the middle if we can find him. It's cut back to Powell, and Powell's got his 15th goal of the season, and that is a hugely important moment for us. I have no idea why the Gateshead fans are all stuck down one end of that terrace as well. That seems a little bit weird, but we're not going to argue with them about it. We're going to celebrate the fact that we've gone a goal ahead in a massively important game. Gateshead are the team in fourth place. If we win here, we go 9 points clear of them with 4 matches remaining, and then we can taste promotion if we manage to pull that off. But it is a big if, because we've hit rubbish form once again at an important part of the season. We're a frustratingly inconsistent team. I can't wait to get my hands on this squad over the summer and do a proper transfer window and put together a squad of my kind of players, because there aren't many of them here. But for now, don't tell the players that. Let them get promoted, and then we can worry about rebuilding a team fit for League One when we get there. Long drives it across goal. I think that took a deflection. It very nearly went all the way past the goalkeeper, but it was a weird deflection and a weird cross. But unfortunately, it's directly led to a Gateshead counter-attack, and we've got a few players a little bit out of position here, and Gateshead are coming for us. They cross over. Can't do the words. They did a cross. Luckily, it didn't go in the back of the net. We survive it, but Gateshead's starting to look a little bit more lively. We're going to have to take Stewart off at half-time. I'd really like to be doing it 2-0 up with him with a goal to his name. But it might not be happening. A couple of minutes left. But Lowe is intercepted. That's that acceleration we talked about when we first signed Lowe. He plays it across to Stewart, and there is his 10th goal of the season. That's what he's in the team for. He is a finisher, and that is massive. He's done his work for today now. We can take him off at half-time, save him for Wrexham, and hope he doesn't pick up another injury in the meantime, because he is such a good goal scorer. We just need to work out a way to get him fit. I'm hoping getting a summer into him, getting a pre-season into him will be enough, because we know from his history that he could tear League One apart next season, assuming we're there. We are going to take him off, though, just for his own protection. Cole Stockton's going to come on, who, I mean, he still has scored more goals than Stewart this season, but of course Stockton has played twice as many games because he's been here all year and hasn't had all of the injuries that Stewart's had. So Stockton comes on now, and we hopefully managed to hold on to this 2-goal lead that we currently have, because this is huge. Azaz looking to break clear, dragging Gateshead defenders out of position, and now Long, who is back in the team now. Does seem a bit of an upgrade on Furlong, which is a little bit unfortunate because we're spending so much money on Furlong's salary, but we play it in now to Hamer, who shoots from range. And did that come off the post? No, it's a corner, so it's actually a good save from the goalkeeper, and it's now going to be Powell looking to whip in an in-swinging corner to that far post where Lowe was lurking, but the Gateshead keeper is there to just pluck it out of the sky off of Lowe's head. Lowe's had a really, really good game today, by the way. Currently sat there on an 8, which is lovely to see, maybe starting to fulfill some of the potential that we identified in him when we brought him in. And here is Lowe charging into the area, and Nathan Lowe has grabbed himself a goal. It's 3-0, and after the disappointment of what just happened to us against Bradford, this might be the result that gets us into League One at the first time of asking, first opportunity to return after the relegation last year. And that is an absolute howler from the Gateshead goalkeeper as well. He really needs to be doing better than that. You don't expect him to get beaten from there, but we'll take it. We'll take anything that we can get at this point. Right, we need to take off Long, who is still recovering from his own injury problems. Furlong can come on for him. Oshilaja is going to come off if we had a midfielder. We don't really. We've got Angerin can come on, and I guess we can drop Raheem Harper back there, put Angerin in there. Azaz has played as that Mazzala a few times now, so we'll drop everybody back, shuffle everything around just to try and maintain maximum energy levels amongst all of these players. We can't afford to let Gateshead back into this match, because we can taste League One and it's delicious. What does that sentence even mean? It doesn't matter. I'm giddy at the prospect of another promotion. That is such an aimless ball forward, though. And it comes, as you would expect, straight back at us. And they do have a goal back. And this is the worry. We've kind of turned the entire basis of this squad on its head. Previously, we were very strong defensively and couldn't score goals. We've learnt to score goals, but we do leak them now as well. We've sold a lot of the defenders who were here before, as we've just tried to get rid of them. Get rid of all the defenders. We're playing a different system defensively to what the team were playing before I arrived, and it certainly helped at one end, but if ever there was a time for us to switch back to a back five of a holding midfielder, it would probably be now, but we're not going to do it. We're not that team anymore. We're 3-1 up. And fingers crossed, we're going to hold on. How is it only an 8-point gap? Can I not do maths? I thought this put us 9 points ahead of Gateshead, unless there's another team that have jumped above Gateshead as a result. Oh, yeah, Doncaster jump above them. Okay, so we do still have to be aware that Doncaster are a thing that exists as well. And Gateshead are piling on the pressure now, and this is quite alarming. Whiteman, I think, had that covered. But I'm not enjoying the fact that they are now starting to come at us and attack. Nathan Lowe has very much done his job today. He is shattered. We're going to swap those two over. And we're also going to take off. We're going to take off Tompkinson, who we just mentioned has potentially had his head turned. So let's get him off the pitch and get Lonwick on to play alongside Burke. Lonwick, who I really thought was going to be more of a key player for us when I first arrived. I think we identified him as one of our best players when I first arrived, and he turns out he hasn't really been yet. We've not really found what his best position is. He's getting an opportunity now to play centre-back to try and see this game out, and hopefully he doesn't mess up. Angerin has got him behind here on the left-hand side, cuts it back to Hamer, who hits the first-time cross. Furlong had got forward and was lurking at the far post, but Gateshead get it clear. And now, of course, Furlong is going to be out of position, and they're coming down through our empty right-back position, but it's a loose pass. Azaz picks it up and just takes it straight back up the other end again. It's 3-on-3. It's now 5-on-4, and Stockton's hit the crossbar, and we were looking for the follow-up. I don't even know who that was following in, Stockton maybe, who has now picked up a knock. We just can't keep our centre forwards fit. But Longwick does manage to head that clear. And now it's with Nibs, who just needs to run with the ball. I mean, he's a winger playing up front. Just run with the ball. Powell now playing it across to Furlong. And now Azaz has got space in the wide areas again. Both him and Andrew are getting a lot of space as Gateshead push on to try and get themselves a goal. But there is Andrew. It's the assist from Azaz. The two of them. I mean, the fact we were able to sign these boys shows this club is too big for this level of football, because these two players are too good for this team. And Azaz and Angerin combining to make it 4-1. That is a 9-point gap over Gateshead, who are pushed all the way down to 6th place. And now we're 8 points clear of Doncaster. I think it was Tranmere, who were the other team in a position to try and chase us. We play Wrexham next, who are already promoted. And there's one thing that's a great save from Whiteman. One thing I have noticed in FM24 is the AI is much better at, once a team is promoted, once a title is won, rotating that team. We've seen it a couple of times on Twitch with various teams, and they massively rotate at this point. We've just got to hope that Wrexham are going to rotate massively. It's our home match. Our penultimate home match of the season. A win against Wrexham could be enough for us to secure promotion. Maybe. No change then for the Wrexham game. Stewart can now manage 75 minutes. Stockton, who did pick up that knock in the previous game, is fit enough to be on the bench. So let's get the team submitted. Let's hope Wrexham are rotating. I don't really know what our first choice Wrexham team looks like. What I can see is there's no Paul Mullin in there, who's the top scorer in League Two this season. So that indicates that potentially they have rotated. People have asked to see these Guard of Honours after we've won our titles the last couple of seasons, and I keep forgetting to show them. Here's your demonstration that they do exist. It's quite frustrating that I'm in it, giving Wrexham and their very arrogant goalkeeper a Guard of Honour as they enter the pitch. But hopefully that's the motivation we need to get out there and beat them. As things stand right now, we do move above Tamworth. Tamworth have just lost a game off camera. They're not playing today, but weirdly, they'll still have a game in hand on us, so I don't know where they've earned their game in hand unless they've had another cup run. We do know Tamworth are quite good at having a cup run, but that's not our concern anymore. We're not thinking of Tamworth. We're only thinking of getting ourselves into League One, and a win here against champions Wrexham is a great way to go about doing it, and that's very annoying. First goal of the season for that guy, and it's a great goal, but Football Manager, you little toad. We beat Wrexham earlier. My first game in charge was against Wrexham, and we won it. We are very much capable of beating this lot. Can we demonstrate it again today, please? We're going attacking straight away. I don't care. We've not got Ross Stewart on the pitch for the whole game. We need to be attacking while he's still on there. Powell with the in-swinging corner. Long was lurking under it. It falls to Burke. Back to Oshilaya. And now Tompkinson from range. Did that come back off the crossbar? What happened there? There was some kind of shenanigans going on. But they get away with it frustratingly. And it's back with us in the attack through Azaz. Again, he plays it out to Powell. And now Powell coming up through the centre of midfield. He was looking for options ahead of him. There wasn't really much movement, but it falls to Harper. And the net rippled there. But unfortunately, the ball was the wrong side of it. And it remains 1-0 to Wrexham. Come on, boys. Just get up there. Grab us some goals. We would like to get into League One, please and thank you. That is my extra special request for today. Wrexham have got a free kick on the edge of the area. Please don't let it go. Oh, my word. Whiteman pushes it up over the crossbar. It looks like there is a lot of fans packed into the Pirelli today. There's Burton fans on all sides urging the team on to try and conjure something up. And it comes to Powell on the breakaway off the back of this corner. But Wrexham have defended it well, and Powell has to play it all the way back to Whiteman. And the highlight just kind of peters out. Can we please get a goal before half-time? We're offering encouragement. We tried demanding more before. We'll now offer a little bit of encouragement. We are still on an attacking mentality, but we don't seem to be generating very much. And Wrexham are just a very good team. They got relegated with us last year, and they certainly have taken to life in League Two much easier than we have, it seems. Although second half of the season, we've been in similar kind of form to what they have. They were just really good the first half while we were too busy being defensive cowards. And I will bring that up every episode because I still can't believe Burton were in the pickle they were in when I arrived. Although I guess it's good for me because it allowed me to come in and get the job, which I wouldn't have done if they'd have had a competent manager playing a sensible formation. Burke intercepts the ball forward from Wrexham, and now we're knocking the ball around. Lovely, but can we just get the ball up to our strikers, please? We've got a 6'5" maniac and a 30-goal a season striker for the league above up front. Get the ball to them. Lowe now has the ball, sprays it out to Long. Long just needs to find the cross. In fact, he's gone past his man, cuts inside, plays it across. There's Ross Stewart. That's what you need to do. Get it onto the toe of Ross Stewart. He will score. It is basically guaranteed. The man is a goal machine. We must find a way to make him fit. I don't know what we can do, but we must do it because he scores all of the goals. Long did brilliantly there. I mean, Furlong might be feeling a little hard done by that he lost his place in the team again, but Long is the captain and he demonstrated there that he is well worth his spot as well. That was a lovely piece of attacking football from him. And it's 1-1. We're staying on our attacking mentality though, because a draw here, although in the grand scheme of things against the team that have already won the league is a good result, they don't have their best player on the pitch, and a draw doesn't help us, and a defeat certainly doesn't help us. And they've only gone and scored again here, which definitely means we need to keep pushing on and attacking. I don't want to see your dirty replay. What I do want to do is grab several more goals, and Stewart's going to have to come off soon because we were told to only play him for 75 minutes. And who am I to defy my physio? The gap between us and Doncaster, if things end as they are, drops to 5 points with 3 games to go. That is a worrying gap. That's for sure. It's the kind of gap that could get closed. Stewart with the interception. It ends up with Lowe. And now Stewart. I mean, it's very deep for Stewart. He's not going to score from there. But Harper, mate. Harper's through on goal here. If he can find the shot, he can't. The defender gets across and covers. But it's back with Powell. And now Hamer at left back. All the way back to Burke. Just get the ball into the area. Why are we messing around? Passing. We haven't got time to pass. Just do goals. Azaz has got him behind. He squares it. Oh, Nathan Lowe's just missed an absolute sitter. Oh, you've got to be scoring from there. We've got a corner. It's going to be Powell to hit the in-swinger, but that is a huge miss from Lowe. There is Lowe trying to make up for it, and he can't keep his header down. And that is double disappointment with bells on from Nathan Lowe. Wrexham have had 3 shots on target today and scored 2 of them. Questions must be asked of Whiteman. We have to change both our strikers here. Stewart's got to come off because the physio said so, and Lowe is struggling for fitness as well. We also probably need to get Andrew on in these circumstances. I think we're going to bring him on for Harper, get Azaz a little bit deeper. Andrew can go in behind the front too, and we're going very attacking. Oh, and now the doorbell's ringing. The postman's desperate to know if we're going to get this promotion or not. I can't help you, postman, but we have got a long throw, and it's flicked on by Angerin, but he couldn't keep the header down. He'd have been better off trying to flick that across goal rather than trying to go for goal himself from a long throw. Right, we are going to get Lacey on in midfield. Drop Angerin back. Lacey can go in there, and we'll also take off Long. Furlong can come on. Long is still recovering from injury himself. We've gone very attacking in the hopes that Whiteman can go forward and score from a corner, because that would be a lovely moment. We've been absolutely mugged today looking at the XG. It does not help make me feel any better. This does leave us in a little bit of a tricky one. I know I said we'd secure promotion today. It doesn't look like we're going to, because I'm not going to do a 5-match episode. I think we might need all 5 matches as things stand. So I think we're probably going to push on and finish things off tomorrow, unless we can find a result here. I really believed we'd beat Wrexham at the start of the episode, especially, and I double believed it after how comfortably we dealt with Gateshead. But this little gap and this wobble of form that we're in at the moment does worry me a little bit. So hopefully tomorrow we drag ourselves over the finish line, unless there's some heroics at the death here, and it doesn't look like there's going to be. Wrexham at 18 points ahead of us, but Doncaster are definitely breathing down our necks. They were the team that fell out of the top 3, who were up there for so long earlier in the season, and whatever caused them to drop down, they've had their wobble and they seem to be recovering. Who have we still got to play? Oh my word, we've got Doncaster on the last day. So guess what tomorrow's episode is going to be, boys and girls? Oh my word. If you enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.